Well, the Nationals have declared they'll oppose an Indigenous voice to Parliament, arguing the advisory body won't close the gap. Joining me now live is National Senator Matt Canavan. Thank you for joining us. Is the party damaging the movement for a voice, particularly for those who do want to see this get over the line?
Well, I think it's important we actually have a debate before we change our constitution. Our constitution has been one of the great democratic governments, great democratic documents that exists around the world. We've got a very stable democracy of over 100 years, one of the oldest democracies, continuing democracies, and so we shouldn't tamper with it without a proper debate. So I think it's a positive thing that we now have a debate, that this change won't just be rubber stamped. There are, I believe, a lot of risks of creating a separate race-based representative body in our constitution. I believe, as the Nationals do, that we should unite as a country, that what unites us is more than what divides us. And yes, we need to make sure we support and help those that are vulnerable and disadvantaged in our community, including Indigenous Australians. But I don't think we need to divide lines by race among us to achieve that.
OK, so what's the alternative then to closing the gap?
Well, I very much believe we've got to give more power down to local communities. I don't think Indigenous disadvantage will be fixed from a room in Canberra. I mean, let's be very clear what The Voice is about. For most people, it's a reality TV show, but for this proposal, The Voice is about thousands of more bureaucrats here in Canberra. Some of them will be the so-called elected officials, and they will think that from here they will fix up the issues in Wadeye, in Arakoon, in Warrabinda. That's just not going to happen. We've seen that fail time and time again. What we believe on the Conservative side of politics is the way you help communities is to empower those communities, support those communities, help them have the resources they need to grow and develop, but give power and strength to them. And we still have the ludicrous situation where we've given land rights to many Aboriginal communities, but they don't have the right to develop their own land. They don't have the right to take loans against that land, to invest in for-profit businesses in that land. And so we do get a lot of wasteful spending. We get mini bureaucracies created through rural and regional parts of our country, and we don't get the kind of entrepreneurial spirit that you absolutely need to develop our country. So what I'd like to see is a voice, not just a voice given to those local communities, but power given to those local communities to take charge of their own economic circumstances. That's the only way we will sustainably close the gap over time.